What's up, guys? I was tripping about filming another video wearing the same thing as last time. I was like, you know what? Screw it. People call me NPC anyway. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to rock this for a little bit. But let's see. What do I even want to talk about today? Okay. Okay. So what got me into learning languages? Because people always ask, what got you into learning languages? And it's like, all right. I remember when I was a kid, probably like 7 years old, um, my parents took me to a Chinese restaurant. And this was in Southwest Georgia. But we go to a Chinese restaurant and the server takes us over to a table and goes, gets the drinks, takes the orders, whatever. She's talking to my parents. As a 7-year-old, you can imagine I'm not really paying too much attention as to what they're saying. But I did notice that she had left a book on the table. And I was sitting on the inside, and the book was right here on the end closest to the window where like the serviettes and if you're at a pho place where you got the hoisin sauce and the sriracha and the napkins. It was over there with the extra chopsticks, because this is back in the early 2000s, so they actually had extra chopsticks on the table. Sheesh. Oh, man. But she left her book over there. And I opened it, and bro, I saw those Chinese letters. I was like, what the is this? What the heck is this? Up until that point, I thought that every human being on the planet spoke English. I had no idea that people spoke different languages. And I was like, yo, she can read that? And I remember my parents were like, oh, they took the book and they were like, oh, we're so sorry. And she's like, no, he's fine. But, so they handed the book back to her and everything. And I just remember, to this day, I have not forgotten. That was my first exposure to a foreign language, I'm pretty sure. Well, there was one other time before that, which I didn't even... So this was the second time. This was the... Gosh, man. So yeah, ultimately, I was like, okay, this is a thing. People can read like different letters and stuff. And throughout my life ever since, I would learn different alphabets just growing up. There was this website called Omniglot. I think it was like omniglot.net or something like that. But don't just be going and typing stuff on the internet now. Be careful with that. But yeah, I would just go on there, find random alphabets, and just learn it. And it would only take me like a day because back then, it's not like we had iPads. And so, yeah, that's what I would do. I remember I had this huge picture dictionary. I literally read through that entire dictionary. It took me a minute, but I read through that entire dictionary. Just cause. Why not? The pictures were cool. I don't know. I just read through the dictionary. And I remember even some of the languages, the ones I don't use, I can't like immediately recall them, but I can easily learn them again. It's the primary work has already been done. The primary basis of understanding for the different languages is like there now. And so, but yeah, Korean, Farsi, I learned Farsi/Arabic script in like a day. Not saying I could read the text and translate it, but I learned the alphabet in like a day. And I remember that night, I was probably in middle school or high school, dreaming in Farsi, just seeing the letters. And I was like, yo, that was crazy. But, and I've had legitimate dreams where everything was in Korean. I've had but maybe that's normal for people. I don't know. I don't know if it's normal or not. But, but yeah. And so I remember I learned Greek. Greek was like probably the first alphabet that I learned. And I don't know why Greek. I just thought it looked cool. Maybe subconsciously, I would see some Greek pronunciations in the dictionary. And so I just chose that. I don't know why I picked Greek. But that was the one that I learned to write in. And so I remember I was in high school. And I would write my I would write my notes in Greek because I was always the person that people would want to copy my notes and cheat off my homework and stuff. And so I would just write in Greek letter. It's still English, it's just in Greek letters. And people would be like, yo, what the heck is this? Oh man. And then I remember when I started learning Russian next after Greek, and I was like, wow, Russian's kind of interesting actually. And so I started writing my notes in Russian. And same thing, people were like, yo, this dude. I remember there was a guy in high school. He must have been, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was looking over my shoulder or what. But he literally got up, grabbed my papers, like, you write your notes in Russian? Oh man, that was hilarious. That was, oh, his name was Drake. That dude was funny. Cool guy. I mean, that guy was funny. But, but yeah. Um, yeah. And so really it's just kind of evolved over the years. And between all the different languages that I've learned and all the different writing systems I'd write in, I remember one of the earliest languages I would write in would just be like different sequences of numbers, just like different numbers. And it was simple, like A was 1, B was 2, C was 3. And so it's just writing in numbers, but and that really shows that even with numbers, it really doesn't matter. Your brain will learn to read it and make sense of it. It's kind of like when you walk by hallways and bathrooms and they have the little braille so the people can come scrape their hand against the wall. No disrespect. I mean, I have no idea what that is. I know what it's for. I know what it is, but I don't know what that is, though. I don't know how to interpret that. That is a language. ASL is a language. It's just like sign language, body language. It really is like the fundamental. There's something deep about it. There's something deep about language in particular. I'm convinced. Our words have the power to impact our reality. There's something about language, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on about this. Hope you guys enjoy this one. And yeah, y'all take care. Peace.